we created MasterCard Labs. It's actually a subunit inside of MasterCard. And the intent of MasterCard Labs is based on the fact that nobody really wants their credit card processing rails company taking lots of risks, which is inherently the opposite of what you need to do to be successful when you innovate. So we pulled Labs out and gave it its own entity away from the core business to protect the core business, the thing that you need to be safe, secure, fast, reliable, and protect that from the fact that we have to do these innovations, and frequently we have to fail, and fail smart. And when they start to see what we've done in order to innovate internally, and occasionally they ask us, hey, can you help us innovate the way you do? And so we have an organization that we've built around MasterCard advisors, where we're now exporting our innovation capability as a service in its own right. We want every idea that we come up with to be ingenious, to be so good that you couldn't possibly let it die on the vine and not fund it. But it happens. But when it happens, what we want to do is make sure we identify those things really quickly, kill it, but also make sure we learn lessons, and to do that quickly, cheaply, and with those lessons well learned and explained throughout the organization, so we don't make those same mistakes again. Incubation is the process by which we advance ideas. And so when we start at the top, which is, how do we get an incubation started? And there's two questions that we're asking ourselves. Is this an idea that we should incubate? And then at MasterCard, we asked the question, is this an idea we should incubate at Labs specifically? A lot of times, there are really good ideas that fit very nicely inside of an existing product organization, whether it's our emerging payments team or our core team. And so the first question we ask is, does it belong there, and should we get them to put that as part of the normal product development cycle? Or does it meet the real criteria for incubation, which is it disruptive and strategically important, yet have maybe an unproven model with a number of unknowns that have to get shaken out? Is it a potentially large-scale opportunity? However, it has a really important imperative to get into the market quickly. These questions that we ask ourselves, that's the stuff that we at Labs are trying to take on, grab hold, and bring through an evaluation process for incubation. He kicks off all of our biggest events, and he's, when we went to our Investors Day, he's standing there, and there's so much of what we're doing inside of Labs that he's talking about to the investors. And he just says to them, hey, listen, if you want us to evolve, we have to set aside the money to be able to do this kind of innovation. And I'm going to do that. And that's been just having that level of definitive, top-down support is truly invaluable. Going back a little bit to the ideation phase, just a little bit of where you can start. And one thing is, anybody in your organization can generate the ideas necessary for you guys to help disrupt your own business. The first thing is, you'll remember that I mentioned that we take people off-site, to Reykjavik, to Turkey, away from their day-to-day jobs. You need to make space and focus. This tight focus time can be a little bit all-encompassing, but it's purposeful because it allows you to produce something really meaningful in a short period of time. The second is that innovation can come from anywhere and anyone, and we truly believe that. Most of the ideas, in fact, nearly all of the ideas that end up in incubation didn't come from a Labs person who is the supposed creative genius. It actually came from somebody out in the organization who saw a real business problem in talking with their customers, their banks, their partners, their merchants. The third is they did that because they were stopping and looking around and trying to find net new opportunities to make life better. The fourth, and probably really the theme that I was trying to put behind this whole talk is work hard to build that muscle, that repetitive muscle in innovation, right? I think it's Socrates who said, you are what you repeatedly do. Maybe wrong, I might be misattributing that, but I think that's what it is. And that's exactly the point I'm trying to make, which is you have to repeatedly go out there and learn how to build processes that execute innovation.